Hi there. In this video, I'm going to talk about something very basic here. It's called as HTML, and the full form of it is Hypertext Markup Language. I'm sure you would have visited in any website, and you must have used any browser software such as Chrome, Firefox, or Internet Explorer. And you would have found that they display certain elements in certain way, they have links to other site, and a lot of stuff. So how is that done? Basically, the language responsible for displaying those web pages in desired format is called as hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language is something that is that was designed to connect web pages across the internet. That means that if one page has a link and it points to the another page, then another page will have link that will point to another page. So it would be essentially a chain of links pointing to each other, and that is what is basically the meaning of hypertext. So if I uh, try to take an example by showing how hyperlinks work, I will just create a hyperlink. Hyperlink is created inside a HTML document, which we'll talk about a little bit later, by adding this tag called as a, and then this attribute called as href, which points to the location of the website we are trying to reach. And let us say we are trying to go to google.com, and every tag has its closing tag indicated by a slash sign before it, a forward slash. And I'll write some text here, Google web page. And when I save this and I run this in the browser, I'll see a hyperlink here. So if I click on this link, let us see where it takes us. So it has taken us to the Google website, and that is the purpose of the hyperlink. So from here I can go to another website or the same website using multiple number of links. So this is called as the hypertext part of the hypertext markup language. Now looking at the next phrase called as markup, what does it mean? So markup is something like the one that I've written here. You don't see the a and the href and anything, any of the tags written here inside this file, but instead you see only the content of the web page, which is the link that is been outputted. If you check the source code of the file, you'll find that the things that I have written here, all these tags, will be visible in the source code. So just let us do a right click and go to view page source. You can also go there by just pressing Control U. If you press this, you'll find that the things that I had written in that document are visible here. So basically, this is an instruction to the browser to display the link inside the body, inside a HTML document, and not to show any of this but only the relevant things like the text Google web page, which is a hyperlink. So this is called as the markup part of the whole thing. And language is pretty obvious. The language is this is certain sort of language in computer terms, and it has some instructions given to the browser, which is basically a computer program. So I guess this HTML full form must be now a little bit more clear than before. The second important thing about this whole thing is the use of tags. As we have seen just before, that we have used a hyperlink tag. So HTML is document is basically nothing but a collection of tags. A tag can be written like this, HTML, enclosed inside a less than sign and a greater than sign, and every tag needs to be closed. So every HTML needs to be closed by a slash HTML. every head needs to be closed by a slash head, and every body tag needs to be closed by. Basically, any tag in HTML needs to be closed by the same tag, but just put a slash, forward slash ahead of it. A HTML document is ideally contained inside HTML and its closing tag. The important points are the head part and the body part. So head part is something that is very internal to the browser, or most of the things that you place here are instructions that are normally not visible to the user of the browser or the person viewing your website. Let us discuss a little bit more about tags. So let us say we have this head tag, and inside there's very important tag called as the title, and this is basically about the title of the web page that you see on the top of the browser. So if I write a title, for example, this is a web page, save this, and let us see inside our browser what are the changes. So I just reduce the browser for your viewing. Let us refresh this web page, and you can see that this is a web page has come right over here. So that is the purpose of the title tag. The title tag is inside the head because it is unique to the web page and it occurs only once. So uh, you will not find a title inside the body, but you just put it right here. So other than the title tag, to represent a document, a lot of other tags are available. Let me take you through them. The important tag that most of the people who are interested in search engine optimization would find this very interesting. Basically, they are kind of a heading tags and also called as H1 and H2, H3. Basically, every tag, as I told you, has a opening word and a closing word denoted by a forward slash before that word. And whatever you write in between them is outputted to the browser uh, as per the formatting that is default to the browser, or you can add the formatting. So let me add some text in between these tags, and let us see how this is rendered by the browser. So if we now see this in the browser, we should see three headings with different formatting. So as you can see, the default styling of the browser has been applied, and the heading 1 is the biggest in size, and after that heading 2, and finally the heading 3. So the point is that if there is no style provided by you, then the browser will apply its own style, and what you see here is from the default style. Other than this tag, you can have something like a p tag, which is for paragraph. You can write this is a paragraph here, and you, and this will get the formatting of a paragraph. So I hope you get the point. Basically, HTML is nothing but a set of tags, and you need to know the individual tags. There are some really basic tags that you can utilize. Another one would be a list. It starts with a UL and ends with a slash UL, and the list items are denoted by LI, which is closed by slash LI, and you can write it something like item 1 here, and another list item is denoted like this, item 2. Just save it and see what happens. So this list is created like this, The next important part is something called as the attributes. The tags are fine, but sometimes we need more information to be added to these tags. For example, this hyperlink that we just talked about has an attribute called as href, and which points to the URL of http://google.com. So similarly, there are other attributes like id, and there's an attribute called as class. So basically, these give more information about a particular piece of tag, and it helps to develop more functionality. For example, animation or color change or supplying properties to the particular tags. The way you see any web page formatted is because of these ID and class. So every uh, not all of the tags will not all of the tags will have attributes, but a few of them have them, and they are very important, and it's important to understand what they mean, and they constitute an important part of the whole HTML thing along with the tags. There are two more important tags that we need to know a little bit about. They're called as style, and which is closed by /style, and there's something called as script, which is closed by /script tag. So basically, style tag is for defining the styles of these tags. Right now, what you are seeing in this browser is the default styling applied by the browser. But if I want to, let's say, make this heading one is red, then I can add my style here in this block, saying that h1 and start a curly brace and close it, and put color as red, save it and check. So this thing has become red. So basically you can do stuff like that in here. I would not go much into detail of this, and this is also called as cascading style sheet, which could be applied in this file or in a separate file. The next tag would be something called a script, and here you write JavaScript. So basically, if you want to enter any information, or you want to do some dynamic stuff like show animation on the web page, you can add your code here. I'll just add a code which alerts some value out when we load this web page, and when we load this web page, we'll see that this information is outputted. So basically that's it. That's what HTML is all about. Oh, before we go, it's important to understand what this doc type is. The doc type is nothing but a way to tell the browser how should it parse the HTML file. For example, if you make some mistake in this HTML file, then should browser utilize a very strict checking and display with errors, or should it not? So basically, due to legacy reasons, this tag is needed, and this tag specifies browsers to apply certain rules. In a normal production site, this value will be different. It will have a much stricter check, and you can get these values from any of the site like W3 schools, and but use strict checking in your production website. I hope I was able to add to your information about HTML, and if you like this video, please press the like button below and share this video with your friends. Thank you very much.